Hey guys, Sean here with PDMA, and today we're going to be talking about alignment charts. For those of you that had friends in high school, you might be thinking to yourself, what's an alignment chart? So an alignment chart is basically a chart used to determine a player's moral compass in a role-playing game, most famously Dungeons and Dragons. If you've never played that, basically when you're creating your character, you kind of align them in one of these boxes to roughly say where their moral compass, like I said before, kind of where that lays. DMs might also use that for NPCs and stuff like that, but basically just tells you where this character's motivations are coming from for what they do. So today what we're going to do is, instead of doing that for a role-playing game, we're going to use professional grapplers. And today we're going to use specifically the male active professional grapplers. That's just kind of what I decided on. It was the first list I made. If this video goes well, I'm definitely going to do one with women, and maybe we can do some like old school grapplers, but I don't know. But that's how we're going to try this out. We're going to start with men, active men competitors. A couple things before we start. I chose the representatives here just based on, I mean, not randomly, because I put some thought into it, but if you think that there is somebody who fits this category better, you might be right. It's just kind of who I thought of. Second, I just want to make clear that most of these people that I'm going to be talking about, I don't know personally, but I either follow them, we have mutual friends, maybe I've met them a couple times. I'm just kind of basing this off of their like persona and not making a judgment on the type of person they are, if that makes sense. If I don't know one of these people individually, I'm not going to make a judgment on their person. You might know them and know that they're either that I'm wrong, and that's fine. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know in the comments if you guys think I missed somebody who definitely fits one of these categories. I'm really interested. I made this list last night, ran it by a couple friends, kind of worked some of the bugs out, but I'm really curious what you guys think. But on that note, let's get started. Okay, so if you don't know, this is what an alignment chart looks like. Lawful, and then kind of neutral, and then chaotic. Now, they have definitions. I'm going to be going through them. I also have handy this Wikipedia article on what these things are. So if we need to reference, or if you're wondering why, I'm referencing the Wikipedia. Now, if you guys know anything about D&D players, they're very opinionated, myself included. So I might say something how I feel about chaotic neutral, and that's kind of how I interpret it. And then somebody's going to say, this guy's an idiot because chaotic neutral actually means this. Shut up, nerd. I'm just kidding. Yeah, seriously, I get it. There's difference of opinion here. I'm just going to go by what I use when I'm creating my characters in D&D, and kind of how I've always felt about it. So lawful good. These people have a moral code that they stick by. They do the right things for the right reasons. Usually have a pretty strict code of honor, something like that. So for me personally, we're actually going to start off here with a double. Instantly, when I think of lawful good, I think of these guys. I think of this giant picture of the Tackett brothers. I don't think this one's going to have much controversy. Andrew and William Tackett are just super nice guys. They are kind of practice what they preach in terms of, they seem like good people. I've never met them in any sort of formal situation. Said hi a couple times. Actually, first time I ever met them, I think it was Andrew. I'm screwing it up now, but pretty sure it was Andrew that won at East Coast Trials. And I said congratulations to William. And he handled it as like the coolest, most lawful good way. He was just like, oh, thanks, man, have a good day. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And my wife's like, hey, idiot, that was the other one. So Andrew Williams watching this, I apologize. But yeah, no, those guys just seem like good dudes. So I think lawful good is where we're going to start with that. So neutral good now. Neutral good, we're thinking very similar, but maybe not as much of a clear moral compass. I keep saying moral compass. Maybe not as much of a clear set of guidelines that they follow. So this doesn't have to be like a religion or something like that, but just some sort of set of guidelines. So when I think of, all right, who's somebody out there that's just doing good, who seems like a good dude, who just kind of, is always just kind of always doing good for the sake of doing good. Again, we're going to hit the twofer. And again, I think this one will make sense, especially if you've done one of these charts before. We're going to bring in the Rutolos. These guys I've definitely never even seen in person. But again, they seem like very nice, very cool people. On every interview I've seen them in, their jiu-jitsu is obviously fantastic. Everybody on this list, jiu-jitsu is fantastic, by the way. That's kind of the point here. It's high-level people who fit these descriptions. So the Rutola brothers, like I said, neutral good. What's our Wikipedia say for neutral good? Because I'm doing a terrible job explaining it here. Neutral good. A neutral good character typically acts altruistically without regard for or against lawful precepts such as rules or tradition. And that's kind of why I picked them. They're a little less traditional in my eyes. When I think traditional jiu-jitsu, I'm thinking like, I mean, I guess they are Atos guys, but I'm thinking like old school gi jiu-jitsu. These guys are no-gi. They're new school. They're the kids. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of them. So, I mean, who isn't really? Let's go to chaotic good. This one might be the most predictable one on the list, especially in terms of recent events, current events here. Of course, chaotic good has to be, let me actually click on it, please. There we go. There he is, the man, Craig Jones. Chaotic good. Just gonna plop him up there. There we go. B team, Craig Jones. I don't know why that just did that by accident. Okay, so we have Craig Jones as our chaotic good. Now you might be thinking, what does chaotic good mean? How can something be chaotic and good? Well, a chaotic good character, according to our Wikipedia article, does whatever is necessary to bring about change for the better, disdains bureaucratic organizations that get in the way of social improvement. Should have finished that sentence. And places high value on personal freedom, not only for oneself, but for others as well. I think we probably nailed that one. So I don't have much to say on that. I'm going to move on. Yeah, I think that's, when I put up a little poll on my Instagram, this was the most responded person. They were like, Craig Jones should be chaotic good. I think I actually used that as the example too. So, lawful neutral. Before we get that up here, I want to read the definition. The lawful neutral character typically believes strongly in lawful concepts such as honor, order, rules, and tradition, but often follows a personal code in addition or even in preference to one set down by benevolent authority, and that is why I think this one might be one of the more controversial ones. So if you have a better idea, please leave it in the comments. But I'm going Nicholas Rodriguez, Nicky Rod. He's going here in lawful neutral. To me, Nicky Rod fits this. This is going to be really small. Sorry, but you know what he looks like. So, Nicky Rod fits this description. Where are we here? Lawful neutral character. It just, every time I've seen Nicky Rod in an interview, I've met him a couple times. This is just what I'm pulling from my nerd instinct here, but for some, like, Nicky Rod just seems lawful neutral. He seems like a good dude who doesn't really have much stake in it. Now, obviously, there's the whole B-team Donna Herdut squad thing, but, you know, for the most part, he just kind of seems like a dude who follows his own path. He's not, I mean, of course, he's involved with, you know, trying to, you know, he's calling out Gordon, he's doing this, he's doing what he has to do to make a career. Realistically, when I see Nicky Rod, I just kind of see somebody who's following, you know, following his own path, doing what he has to do. So, sorry if this keeps popping up. True neutral. This one was probably my favorite one to pick because I'm like, who's a neutral character? Right now in Jiu-Jitsu, a lot of the big competitors are, I don't want to say controversial figures, but they're a little loud. We talk about especially the Nicky Rods and the Craig Joneses, which is sometimes a good thing. It's cool. I'm not hating. Obviously, the Rutola brothers. I don't want to say they're not loud in the same way that, you know, some of the B team or some of the new wave guys are. And again, I'm not saying loud is a bad thing. But anyway, I had to pick somebody who basically we don't maybe hear from as much. We don't hear brought up in conversation as much, but is still an active competitor. Somebody who people enjoy watching, people enjoy following, probably because they're not super controversial. And maybe there's some stuff that happened that I don't know about, but I don't hear a lot about this guy, and I wish I heard more because I'm a huge fan of his. But for true neutral, we are bringing in Mason Fowler. So what I love about Mason too is that I think he fits this true neutral billet well, because he's a dude that to me looks like he should be wrestling people, but then does like a bunch of 10th Planet Guard stuff in a lot of his matches, which is super fun to watch, and he's really good at it. And I don't know why, but to me that makes him more neutral, because he like doesn't look like he should be doing that, but he does it, and he does it well. So yeah, true neutral. Actually, I'm just gonna keep reading these. Where are we here? True neutral, a neutral character, also called true neutral. Neutral on both axes, tends not to feel strongly towards any alignment or actively seeks balance. So I think we're sticking with the first kind of definition there. Does not feel strongly towards any alignment. That's basically why I chose Mason. He's not really caught up in the middle of too much controversy. Unless I'm going to look like a real idiot if Mason actually is caught up. I didn't do my research, but whatever. Call me an idiot in the comments. Where are we now? We are at chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral. This is always a fun one. Chaotic neutral is kind of somebody who plays by their own rules. I don't know why I should just bring this up. Chaotic neutral character is an individualist who follows their own heart and generally shirks rules and traditions. Okay, so it's not going to be a big surprise about why I picked this person. Judging by that, we are going with Nicky Ryan. Nicky Ryan, after reading that definition, I don't think requires too much explaining, but I need to crop this, but I don't really feel like it, so we're not going to do it. No, it fits. So, Nicky Ryan, chaotic neutral. Again, I think that speaks for itself when we're talking about this. Follows their own heart and generally shirks rules and traditions. I don't get caught up too much of the Danaher team split. But that being said, everybody knows about it. So Nicky Ryan gets our chaotic neutral spot. 3 more left. I don't want to make this an all-day video. Lawful evil. Lawful evil. When I think lawful evil, for some reason, I just always think Darth Vader. It's somebody who has a moral compass. Take the moral compass counter for this video. Somebody who has some sort of, maybe moral compass is wrong, moral framework. They stick to a code. Again, I think Darth Vader. I think Darth Vader was doing what he was doing because he was sticking to his code, but he was doing evil. Who do we know that is the Darth Vader of our sport? Why is this not bringing it up here? Gordon, I think. Now, when we get into these evil people here, I want to reiterate, I don't know these people personally. I don't know anybody on this bottom row. The extent of my conversations with Gordon is like, I was just trying to get into a door at the UFC Apex Center, and he was standing in the way, and I said, "Excuse me," and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm in your way." Clearly an evil person. So no, this is not these people. I want to reiterate, I don't think they're evil people. I don't think they're bad people. I just am going by like online personas, and just kind of going with the general feel of the community is. Again, I'm going to repeat this 1,000 times. Tear me up in the comments if you don't like it. So, or suggest a new person. I could be wrong here. But I think he's lawful evil. And I've spoken to a couple like big Gordon fans that kind of agree. So I don't think Gordon's an evil person because I don't know Gordon Ryan. Neutral evil. Let's look up the definition of neutral evil. Neutral evil. A neutral evil character is typically selfish and has no qualms about turning on allies of the moment, and usually makes allies primarily to further their own goals. A neutral evil character has no compunctions about harming others to get what they want, but neither will they go out of their way to cause carnage or mayhem when they see no direct benefit for themselves. Another valid interpretation, neutral, blah, 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 doing evil for evil's sake and trying to spread its influence. Okay, so this one, a little weird, but stick with me. Whenever I think of neutral evil, I'm thinking of Palpatine. I use a lot of Star Wars references. Sorry, if you've seen my branding, it's all aliens and stuff. I like sci-fi, I like aliens. I think Emperor Palpatine, who is doing evil, but his mission is to create peace in the galaxy. He's doing what he's doing to the Jedi because they're in his way. That's how I think of neutral evil. Actually, so that Wikipedia definition and I don't exactly 100% see eye to eye, but that's okay. So when I'm thinking of who's the Palpatine of our sport, which is a very, very loaded statement, I should probably not say that, because it really implies that I think this is a bad person, which I don't, because I don't know this person. So our neutral evil here is going to be Mr. Marigali. I would like to reiterate, or I would like to iterate for the first time. I'm a big fan of Nicholas Marigali's Jiu-Jitsu. I think transferring over from the gi to the no-gi scene, easier said than done. I don't know Nicholas Marigali. I was in the same room as him one time. That was about it. I don't think he's an evil person. I just feel like I have to reiterate this when I'm on the evil stuff. Sorry if I'm kind of droning on about it, but I want you guys to just want everybody to know, like, this isn't a judgment here. These people, I don't know them as people. Going by online personas here. So we're sticking Marigali in our neutral evil. And then last, the chaotic evil. Chaotic evil, what is the Wikipedia definition? Chaotic evil is going to be, tends to have no respect for the rules, other people's lives, or anything but their own desires, which are typically selfish and cruel. Wow, I shouldn't have read that sentence. I should not have read that sentence and then said who the next person is going to be, but whatever. They said a high value. Okay, so maybe I simplified this in my head, but when I think chaotic evil, I think the example a lot of people think of is the Joker, right? We think some men just want to watch the world burn and all that. Given recent events, again, I'm making this, it is June 29th, 2024, his last match, kind of went off, let's just say, a little bit afterwards. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, I don't know. Kind of went off, though, and because of that, we are giving this to Darth Rigatoni. God, I cannot believe I just said that. Yep. Mikey Musumeci. We're going to put Mikey in Chaotic Evil. Mikey's going right there. Cool. So we have Mikey in our Joker spot. This was another one that when I sent to my friends, people were like, yeah, that one makes sense. So, Mikey, if you're seeing this, I don't think you're evil. I'm sure you're a nice guy. But we're going off of internet personas and stuff here. So, this is our male competitor alignment chart we have going on here. If you guys agree, let me know. If you guys disagree, let me know. If you guys want me to do a round 2 of this, let me know. If you guys basically have any opinions at all, let me know in the comments. So again, I'm already working on one of these for the top women competitors right now. And again, these are active competitors. I know I could probably do like ones in non-active people too. Like every time when I told somebody I was doing lawful good, everybody's like, you gotta put Marcelo. So I was like, okay, cool. For the next one, Marcelo will probably go in lawful good. Spoiler alert. So next one will probably be the women. If you have any other categories you want to see, let me know. If you want me to do another one of this and just use different people, let me know. But yep, that's going to be it for our male competitor alignment videos. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. This is a new YouTube channel, so we're trying to build it here. We're going to have a bunch of different types of videos to start. So if you don't like this one, just keep an eye out. We're going to have more different ones. If you like this content and you want to follow some more, I'm pretty active on Instagram. You can follow at People Doing Martial Arts. If you guys want a cool People Doing Martial Arts t-shirt or something like this one, or a hat like this one, I have a bunch of merch. If you're interested in it and you want to support the channel, pdmastore.com. That will be linked below. And I go pretty hard on LinkedIn these days. So if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, there's a PDMA business account, and then you can just search my name, Sean Robichaux, if you know how to spell that. All those will be linked below. And that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time.